I agree.
All right, we have Mitch in Bloomingdale. Asks, my divorce has reached the discovery phase. What on earth does that mean?
The discovery phase. Yes, that's a little bit of a misnomer. Discovery is where the parties are compelled to provide information, whether it be economic, the finances, their property, their bank accounts, their personal property. They basically have to show their hand. And then the other side has to show their hand. And they do this through either written interrogatories, requests to produce, or, in some cases, a full-out deposition. It's from that discovery phase where the attorneys can actually look and see what the parties have. Much like your hand in poker, you have to show your hand. Okay? If you have a pension, if you have a retirement account with $800,000 in it, this is the time you have to disclose it so it could be factored into a settlement.
Well, how do you know that I'm actually disclosing the things that I'm disclosing?
Well, you don't really, but you are doing it under penalty of perjury, so you're running the risk of being locked up if you're hiding something.
So in addition to perhaps getting the answers or discovery from the other side, perhaps you might want to subpoena some of those documents like bank accounts or pension statements or anything else.
Yeah, depending on what the opposition provides and what your client knows about what the other side has, then you're going to get a good idea of whether or not they're being forthcoming or not.
And people may or may not be surprised that a lot of times, generally, there's one person that's been responsible through the entire course of the marriage in terms of taking care of the bills and writing everything out, and the other person just realistically put their paycheck into the bank and it just gets taken care of. And so they really don't have any idea on what's going on. Certainly for those people out there, I just want to tell you, listen, it is something, it's something that your spouse can do and take care of and write the bills, but both of you need to know where you're at financially. And the only way that's going to happen is if both of you know what those finances are and what those expenses are. I think that's neglected way too often, and that leads to, of course, a lot of other issues like debt and perhaps even bankruptcy.
Yeah. Now, this discovery phase is typically only in a contested case. If you have an uncontested case, you might have what they call limited discovery,
right,
where the parties will voluntarily provide account information and holding information and property information so that they can come up with a quick settlement. But it's only in a real contested case where you're going to have a deposition. Deposition is a fact-finding expedition to find out what someone has and to maybe contradict some other information that they either provided or did not. So discovery is a difficult phase, and it's expensive, and it's tedious, and it's tough on the clients and the lawyers because they have to copy and provide all this documentation to the other side, and that takes time, and time means
money.
You got it.
In fact, I got some discovery out today, so yeah, I can certainly echo that.
Okay.